26-week team assessment training plan. This is week 2. This is the first working week after test week. So what you're going to see here is 3 lifting days per week. You're going to see 1 strength day. Kind of looks like a strongman type SST workout. You are going to see 1 endurance day and 2 SST Metcon type workouts. SST is sport specific training, so it's going to mirror a lot of the movements you'll see during your challenge. So starting with the lifting, you're going to see 2 or 3 main core lifts and then an accessory movement, pull-ups or dips. It's starting out 5 sets of 8. Every week we're going to add 1 rep. Next week 5 by 9, 5 by 10, 5 by 11, 5 by 12. Then we're going to retest 5 by 8, 5 by 9, 5 by 10. That's the end of phase 1 for lifting. The idea is we are going to take your estimated 8 rep max and we're going to rep it 8 times this week, 9 times next week, 10 times. So really linear progressive overload for this hypertrophy cycle. The 5 sets are pretty standard, except the last set, your 5th set of whatever the lift is a max effort set. So if you're doing 5 sets of 8 at 155, and you do 5 by 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 sets, that last set, you go for broke, and you try to get 15 reps. This is how we fail-safe the weights. If you, on your last set, can get 13 reps when you're supposed to be getting 8, the weight was too light to start with, you're probably endurance-based and your 8 rep max is higher than it should be based on your 1 rep max. So if that happens, your next week, I want you to add weight, because in a perfect world, your final set, like this week, your 5 by 8, that last set, that 5th set is muscle failure set, and you've hit muscle failure at the 8th rep. That is the perfect weight, because you've been repping it for 8 for the first 4 sets. That is the perfect stimulus we're looking for. If you do it 15 times, it's been too light and you haven't really got the most out of that weight. You know, if you could do it 15 times, but you were doing it for 8, the first 4 sets, you didn't really, those kind of felt like warm-up sets. We're looking for a close to max effort on those sets. So that's your way of kind of figuring out, hey, this is not quite heavy enough. That's how the lifting works. Your endurance work. So we got 3 lifting sessions per week. The 1 endurance work, it's going to be heart rate kind of based. I'm not looking for max output. For example, you're going to be doing a 30-minute row with a heart rate monitor. If you have it, that would be fantastic. We're trying to stay below 135 beats per minute. So for 30 minutes, how far can you go with a heart rate that's 135 or lower? This is going to force you to look at your heart rate and identify when you've been holding your breath, because your heart rate's going to start coming up. It's going to climb, and if you hit 135, you have to get off the rower, and you have the little air squat penalty before you get back on the rower. Okay, and you have to wait till that heart rate comes back down. Get back on the rower. Efficiency, breathing. Train yourself to not just do the work, but do it efficiently. You know, it's going to pay off in the long run. Okay, so all the rucking, the running, and the rowing for your endurance pieces, they're all kind of based on that, and it's going to be in the description of that workout. So follow that to a T. Don't be a hero and see there's a 3-mile run, because you're going to be running 3 miles at an 8-minute mile pace, and I want you to finish that at 24 minutes on the dot. But every couple of weeks when we retest it, I want you to try to do it a couple beats per minute lower on average, and that is an indicator of efficiency. Okay, that's the endurance work. The strength work, the strongman type work, is crucial to the training. Moving odd objects. I didn't train to carry buckets of water. I carried a stone in my training, and then when I got to carry the water, it was nothing. Farmers carry. If you practiced it heavy, then when you picked up a sandbag, it was laughable. So I encourage you to find a way to accomplish that. If you don't have the equipment, find somewhere where you can get it. If you can't get it, then that's fine. Over time, keep looking and maybe accumulate. Amazon's got sleds for $60 and farmers carry handles for like 25. You can find it for a good price and kind of collect it. It'll help you a lot. And our SST work is about hammer time. Okay, don't hold back on the SST work. The Metcons are meant to be high heart rate and really getting after it for the intensity, okay? So that being said, if you have any questions, reach out on the training group. That is a summary of weeks 1 through 10, phase 1, okay? Give it hell.